I had heard what no woman ever wants to hear: you have breast cancer. And I remember sitting up and go, "What did you just say?" And she said, "Yeah, you have breast cancer. It's confirmed." I walked out of the breast center and I stood in the lobby going, "Oh my God, what the hell just happened?"
I had a very uncommon occurrence. When your pancreas explodes, as mine did, it felt like somebody cut me wide open and put a red-hot frying pan in my abdomen. And that happened over minutes. I went from living my life to about as sick as a human being can be. Over the 4 months of hospitalization, I had 20 operations or major procedures. My wife literally camped out at my bedside every day because we didn't know if that was going to be the last day.
I had to have a CT of the abdomen. That's where they found out I had a mass on my kidney. I'm like, oh my God. Just to hear the word cancer can blow anyone away.
I was driving home. I didn't feel right. My car drove off the median, dropped about 30, 35 feet. I had a seizure, broke my back, sternum, ankle. A lot of things were broken.
I spent about 3.5 weeks unconscious and really had almost none of my major organs working. And yet I was hearing many conversations quite sharply. My family had 2 discussions about end-of-life care. I had the thought how interesting it was that I was watching myself die.
When I initially was diagnosed, how it was presented to me could have been maybe a softer touch. I mean, she scared me. I mean, it's scary stuff to begin with, but she knew I was alone. All I was worried about was living. I wanted to dance at my daughter's wedding. I wanted to hold my grandchildren.
Having that fear, not knowing what the outcome was going to be.
I was being sustained only by tube feeds. I was unable to eat. It was very difficult to do almost anything. So to be reduced to somebody who's essentially dependent on others for almost every facet of your activities of daily living is really difficult.
It's sort of a helpless feeling, especially when you're immobile. That's even more helpless because you really rely on them for everything. So having that one-on-one communication, because really you're waiting there and you're laying in that bed all day and all you want is 5 or 10 minutes. That's it.
So during my ICU stay, I lost 50 pounds. Every time that the nurses and others came to turn me, to change the sheets, clean me up, it felt as if my hips and my shoulders were coming out of joint. When you have completely lost your ability to care for yourself, you find yourself vulnerable and with limited dignity left.
Be kind to the person in passing, walking a little slower than you. You don't really know what they're going through.
A lot of people tell me, oh, I know how it feels. You know what? Until you become a patient, no, you do not. Those feelings are entirely different. Yes, they are.
I could tell within seconds of a caregiver entering my room of whether they were in the moment and actually caring about me. It's a sense that you know if they're there to help.
Whether it's from holding their hand or patting them on the back. All those things end up being very important. Sicker you are, probably the more important they are.
When I feel like I'm at the end of my rope sometimes during a busy day, and I try to put myself back in that bed. And then when I see somebody who might be angry or who might be frustrated, I remind myself what that feels like to be there, and then it makes sense.